The story begins with Charlotte, a rebellious 12-year-old girl living in a rundown apartment building with her overworked father, Ethan. Struggling to cope with the absence of her mother and Ethan's long working hours, Charlotte often finds herself wandering the neighborhood alone. One day, she stumbles upon a tiny spider encased in a strange glowing object that crash lands in a nearby alley. Intrigued and feeling a rare sense of connection, she decides to keep the spider as a pet, naming it Sting. As Charlotte cares for Sting, the spider begins to grow at an alarming rate. At first, she keeps its size a secret, hiding it in her room. But as Sting's appetite increases, so does its size, making it increasingly difficult to conceal. Charlotte's father, Ethan, and their neighbors start noticing strange occurrences, missing pets, eerie noises, and unusual webs appearing around the building. Despite her attempts to control the situation, Sting's growth soon leads to the disappearance of several residents. Charlotte's relationship with her father is already strained, but the crisis forces them to come together. Initially skeptical, Ethan becomes deeply concerned when he discovers evidence pointing to Sting's involvement in the disappearances. Tension escalates when Sting, now a gigantic spider, traps several residents in the building using elaborate webs. Charlotte, Ethan, and a small group of survivors, including Heather, a sympathetic neighbor, and Frank, a beleaguered handyman, band together to devise a plan to escape and destroy the monstrous creature. Their plan involves luring Sting into a trap using a combination of fire and explosives. Executing their plan proves to be more challenging than they anticipated. Sting's intelligence and adaptability constantly thwart their efforts, leading to several close encounters and narrow escapes. During a dramatic showdown in the building's basement, Sting launches a fierce attack on the group, resulting in a chaotic and suspenseful battle. Ethan, showing unexpected bravery, fights fiercely to protect Charlotte and the other survivors. In the film's climax, Charlotte manages to lure Sting into a trap with the help of the surviving neighbors. Using a makeshift explosive device, they finally manage to destroy the monstrous spider, but not without sustaining significant losses. The explosion heavily damages the building, leaving it in ruins. The survivors, bloodied and battered, emerge from the wreckage, haunted by the horrors they witnessed. The ordeal mends the fractured relationship between Charlotte and Ethan. As they walk away from the ruins of their apartment building, the bond between them is stronger than ever. The final shot hints at the possibility of other similar creatures as the camera pans to another glowing object crashing down in a distant location, leaving the door open for potential sequels.